Sarah Ferguson still thinks Andrew is a good person as true feelings on scandal emerge. Sarah Ferguson will soon find herself homeless after being booted out of Royal Lodge following fresh claims about Harry's husband Prince Andrew, but she's still reportedly standing by him. Sarah Ferguson and her scandal-ridden ex-husband Andrew Mountbatten Windsor are still meeting up for dinner each night as they count their last days at Royal Lodge, it has been claimed. The former couple's days of excess and indulgence are worlds away from the predicament they currently find themselves in, stripped of royal status with just days left living together in their 30-room Windsor mansion. Buckingham Palace confirmed in a blistering statement that Andrew will no longer be prince and must vacate the property, alongside Fergie, who has been told to make her own living arrangements. The royal family's headache is far from over, however, as Andrew has now been summoned by U.S. Congress to explain his links to the late billionaire pedophile and sex trafficker, Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew vehemently denies all claims against him. While Andrew is expected to move into a property on the sprawling 20,000-acre Sandringham estate, Sarah has not been offered a royal property of her own, meaning she's left to fend for herself. The ex-Duchess has also faced fresh scrutiny over her connection to Epstein, with newly leaked emails alleging she took her daughters Princesses Eugenie and Beatrice to visit the disgraced financier when he got out of prison. Sarah's team insists she nor her daughters have any recollection of such visit. Finding themselves stripped of their royal perks in the eye of the storm, Sarah and Andrew have until the new year before they are booted out of Royal Lodge for good. And now a source has revealed that the ex-couple sleep on opposite wings of the huge property and are living separate lives under one roof, but still come together for lunches and dinner to discuss the fallout and future plans. The insider told The Sun that Andrew is spending a lot of his time wandering around Royal Lodge ranting to himself, while Fergie is often found pouring her heart out to staff or friends in the doghouse, a bar on site. They are both spending a lot of time alone, the source said. Andrew rarely goes out and has been padding around the lodge and ranting and muttering. Fergie is not in a good way but sees herself as blameless despite borrowing money from Epstein in the past and calling him a supreme friend, the source claims. She feels she is blameless but has taken what has happened recently extremely hard. Sarah still thinks Andrew is a good person and will always support him, but she knows her future is away from him. It is understood that Fergie will not be moving back in with Andrew when they vacate Royal Lodge, but her next living arrangements are unclear. Sarah and Andrew found themselves swept up in fresh scandal last month when newly leaked emails showed they had both continued correspondence with Epstein for longer than they first claimed. Further shame came for the royal family when Epstein accuser Virginia Gifford, who tragically died by suicide earlier this year, released a posthumous memoir, Paint and a bleak picture of her tormented life at the hands of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Gifford claimed that Andrew sexually assaulted her 3 times when she was a teenager, allegations he strongly denies. The furore surrounding the disgraced royal was too much for King Charles, however, and he began the formal process of stripping Andrew of his royal titles and honors. In the palace's statement, it was made clear that Charles and Queen Camilla's sympathies lie with all victims and survivors of abuse. Some reports have claimed that Andrew's ex Sarah could flee the UK and move abroad. A source, according to the Mail Online, claimed Sarah has nowhere else to turn. They said, she's always rather lived on the hoof and aside from her children and grandchildren, there's not a lot to keep her here. Put it this way, the invitations have dried up overnight.